power people out of the Gragas ultimate, and the answer into the Galio is going to be that Lucian. So Samsung go with a great composition to run double AD carry with so much protect. It's exactly what you want to see. Not so much what ROX had previously, but when you have CC that can assist these guys, that can peel, that can set them up, they've got everything they could ever want, whereas the ROX Tigers rely a little bit more on the coordination between their engage. They have a plethora of hard engage this time around with Orianna, Galio, and Gragas, although it is a Galio top into the Maokai, a matchup that is far and few, although unfortunately it is not exciting at all. It's trees versus statues. We know how that happens, how that goes.
Yeah, you gotta wait a couple hundred years perhaps before the vines, they take over eventually. They'll slowly chip away at the statue until they reclaim their ground. As would be the case in any apocalypse scenario, the cities would be eaten alive by nature. So
those are some pretty images, though, when you see those small little plants breaking through the crevices of the pavement, and then you have a little flower blooming through. That's nice. Could a Cuvée be the flower blooming in our concrete today?
I think he's going to be doing a little bit more than that, but we'll see how many flowers he can poke out of the ground exactly.
Water, everything. You need those places to get shut down.
Oh, look at this gank. He coming in from the top side. That was the last thing Crown expected from the top side of the river. First blood goes over to Key. Well deserved for him.
It's all about the angle of the dangle, and he reaches it with the Moby boot purchase early on, so he gets to go for that quick roam, whereas Corey JJ went with the Sightstone. Key gets Mobies and makes it work. And yeah, the angle to go from the left side, you just don't expect that one, because look at the vision on the right. It's all littered after. So he waits patiently in the brush, and right at the final second, he was already leaving. The wave had already pushed, and in the end, it doesn't amount to anything. And hey, he even gets Core JJ's flash as he tried to save his mid laner with
can do no flash. He is going to be able to dash this wall, but the flash play, but the hook is actually not going to land. But look at the heroic entrance, so much stuff being used, and it will be valuable for them. They get that kill, and here's the push on mid lane.
Oh, Crown must have thought, yes, we're going to have a gentleman's agreement in the mid lane, their mirror matchup. I cannot wait to 1v1 you, Lava, but the entire ROX Tigers refuses to leave this lane alone and punishes him once more. They understand how important Lava is for this composition, and if they can execute this dive like this, that's exactly what their plan will be in the mid and late game. And here we go again. Key once again making the big play. Starts with the flash play. Sure, the hook misses, but the play and the shockwave are just enough to keep him in range of the heroic entrance. And while the ultimate from Gragas was also chucked in and missed, he still had mana for the body slam, so it did not matter in the end.
Worked it out as a team, all that stuff. Trying to get over to Orianna, and you can see that they're not even going to try to help him. The Abyssal Void's coming in from Core JJ, and still Linderong is on the run. He flashes that wall, and he should be okay at this point. And look at that, Core JJ actually being taken out under turret, trying to save it by himself, and that means a turret goes over to the side of ROX Tigers, who take the gold lead.
And Crown, going for that roundabout, ended up losing the mid lane turret. They actually relied on Core JJ to bluff it. He goes in with the Abyssal Void, forcing ROX to respond and think, oh, maybe he's coming in with multiple members. Could this be dangerous? Oh, he's just by himself. So they take him out and lose mid tower. And Crown basically single-handedly cost the tower for the Samsung squad.
Let's take another look. The arrow goes wide, and I mean, he's all alone. Ambition tries to help him, but thankfully he avoids that shockwave, actually, Ambition, because he could have been roped into that one. And yeah, you're exactly right. 0 follow-up. So uses the Righteous Glory. Now they're turning onto this Thresh. Look at that damage coming out, but the reduction, and he catches Ambition on the back of that one. getting extremely low, and there is the ball coming through. On the backside, though, able to take out Key is Crown, putting down that culling, and Cuve is still very tanky, but he can't get his ADs in position. In comes Linderong, is able to get that kill, and a couple of them going down underneath turret as Samsung. The follow-up from Cuve was just actually a bait.
That flash taunt from Linderong was beautiful. That actually got CoreJJ, who was getting close to try to devour Cuve, but it got him right before he was able to press his W, and they walk away with 2 more kills. And with junglers being down, they're looking towards his Baron. They're not even going to try to contest. There's not enough room for them to do this. The Ashe and Lucian do not have any presence to be able to get past Lava
on a yellow trinket at level 17. So relying mostly on normal wards in this one. Okay, Cuve is just taking free damage. What's he doing out there? Although, as I say that, that stone plate is really going to help him out. Here comes that disengage from Cuve, but Mighty Gare gets a little bit far forward. CoreJJ goes down, and Ruler, look at the damage out of Orianna. It's way too much. You can't fight her right now. And it looks like the ROX Tiger.
Nice, but he is gone with full AP. He better start hitting some major carries.
Okay, here we go. The engage, but the shockwave is good. The follow-up is also fantastic. Crowd will be eaten up, but he is extremely low. Will dash away. Down he goes. Key is taken away, but really good taunt from the side, and all of a sudden this one is running away from Samsung. Ruler's going to be rooted as well. Does take the victory in that fight, but can he possibly stop this by himself with the Fed Lava? I don't think so.
No. There is a teleport. That is a 1v3 Ruler. I don't think he's got this, and ROX is going to take us to game 3.
Whoa, how have they done this? What a game, and Ruler, he knows it now. He can't get away with this one, no matter how hard he tries. He's extremely low, and he's actually giving the kill away as well. So there you go, 1-1 now. The ROX Tigers, they tie it up.
Ride or die, says Ruler, and Samsung, unfortunately, all of them die, and ROX Tigers even up the score against all odds. The 5-11 team contesting Samsung, which is trying to say that we're the best team, but losing here is far from it. Are those tears of joy? It could be. Perhaps incredible eye strain. Somebody get this man some eye drops.
Well, for me, it's tears of disbelief almost, as Samsung, I don't know what's going on in there. Why do they have trouble against some of these lower level teams? They lost to MVP. Now they're 1-1 against the ROX Tigers, and it's no longer this kind of far away idea of, yeah, I mean, there's always a chance that you lose to the lower level teams. Now it's straight in their face, like, okay, we need to play a best of 1 against a pretty decent team in the ROX Tigers. Yeah, they're 5-11, but that's an LCK.